Let me ask you a question, you at home. If for the last 6 months, if you never wasted time, if you never doom scrolled, if you never skipped days, if you never skipped a day's training, if you never played video games, where would you be right now? Imagine the life you would live. Imagine what you will be doing right now. Imagine the car you would drive. Imagine the woman you want looking at you like a king. This version of you exists out there in the multiverse. You could become him. I've become him. Most of you are chained by self-sabotage and you do not know it. You don't believe me? Let's run a thought experiment. How many times did you doubt yourself? How many times did you give in to your own emotions? How many times did you skip a day's training? See, look, the truth is most of your monumental failures comes from yourself. Because the truth is subjective. And I refuse to believe in anything that makes me less or weak. I refuse to self-sabotage my own self. I believe in what allows me to feel more powerful, and that is what's true to me. I believe in every circumstance. What do I need to believe about myself which makes me the most powerful in this current scenario? But it seems like most of you are losers and can't fathom that concept. Because most people chase after happiness like a loser instead of trying to become great. Why not try and become powerful rather than trying to be happy? I've developed a mind to win all the time as opposed to an endless search of truth. Because truth without being able to control your reality is garbage. I've developed a mind, the best possible mindset which a man can be given, the best possible life which a man can be given, my life. The worst thing to do as a man is optimize for happiness. Because you have to understand, what is the best possible mindset which will give you a greater and better chance of winning? This is how I think. What is the best possible mindset which will give me a greater and better chance of winning? I don't believe in the depression garbage. I don't believe in the fear garbage. I don't believe in none of it, right? But the worst thing you could do is optimize for happiness. Happiness is for women and children. Because happiness, if you wake up and try and you be happy, you'll lead yourself down a pathway of garbage. No training, you're eating too much, you're taking too many drugs, you're playing video games, trying to be happy, trying to distract your mind from your problems. This is loser activity. You don't want to be a loser. You don't want to be like these lazy fucks. Happiness is for women and children. Happiness is garbage. Seek to become great. And when you try to become great, guess what you become alongside becoming great? Happy. Let me ask you a question. When has men in history ever been happy? Exactly. They did. I want you to understand, dying in a war in some far-flung land, do you think they were happy? You think these men were happy? They did anything it took because they wanted to win. They just wanted to fight. They just wanted to conquer. But it seems like most of you people are losers. You're the bottom barrel scum of society. You want to sit around lazy and arrogant and distracted, and you will reap the fruits of what you sow. You cannot turn a loser rich. You cannot turn a loser into a winner. It's impossible. It's nearly impossible. God himself can't turn a quitter into a winner. I want you to understand something. If you do not try, you will eat the fruits of your own incompetence. And a lot of times, most people are not even incompetent. They're just lazy and distracted. Most people have skills. They just don't want to go to the work ethic required to become better and sharper and greater than ever before. But you stand a chance if you find a way out. If you find a way, you stand a chance. Do you understand? This is what I teach in my online school, which is now open. Elite Status Man. I'm teaching you the framework of how to become better. This is the only way out as a man. My online school. Because they taught you how to be very, very complacent. They taught you to sit and say, well, I'm broke because of the government. But I want you to understand, you can't win that way. You should take absolutely self-accountability. If you do, you can control your life and your mind, and you can win. You need to have the mindset to get out there and work, and you will win. if you work, you can win. I want you to understand there are certain people out in the world that would do anything it takes to pull it off. You see people, millions and thousands of people traveling across from these other world countries, traveling out into the US just to get an opportunity. And they come out here and they steal other people's jobs because they want it. So in life, you get exactly what you deserve in this life. Oh, but not everyone wants to be an entrepreneur. Well, stay a loser. Stay a loser. Stay a minimum wage slave. That's perfectly fine. We need you. I need someone to make my McDonald's burgers at the drive-thru. I need someone to put my nuggets and fries in the bag. I need someone to make my Starbucks coffee. That's perfectly fine with me. But unfortunately, there's a lot of men out there who do not want to live that type of life. And that is the type of men who are in my online school community. I just opened it. The link is in the description. You can join. And if it's free for right now, but it will turn to paid. Unfortunately, in this reality, you have to work. This is where everybody mess up. They want the glory without the pain. Some people want the chains, the cars, the lifestyle without working, without going through the hardship, without going through the pain, without going through the suffering, without losing money, without stressing how to make more money, without figuring out how to do anything. So they just want a life without putting in the work. I want you to understand something about life. There's no light without dark. There's no sunshine without rain. There's no joy without pain. So if you want the money and all these different things, if you want the fantastic life, if you want a life of premium, if you want the life of a least status man, there's also the dark. The reason it's so easy to win in the world today is because most people are prepared to lose. They're preparing themselves every single day to lose. They're distracted, sitting in front of TV screens like fucking losers, like jackasses. They're scrolling around internet garbage, doom scrolling. They can't even control their mind. It's so easy to win in the world today because everybody's distracted. Saying, oh, I'm not motivated, I'm depressed. And I just sit and think, bro, you don't have time to be lazy and depressed. Do you understand? You do not have time to waste. If you do not have $1 million in your bank account, you do not have time to waste, period. You have things to do. When you turn on absolute self-accountability, you can do this. But turning on absolute self-accountability comes inside of your own mind. And then you start to self-learn. And what I've learned in life is that whatever you want, you must get it yourself. You cannot just sit and wait for things to happen. You cannot just sit around and pray and only hope to God. You need to take action. You need to put yourself through things. You need to go through hardship. You need to go through the effort and the pain required, because everything you want in life is hard. It's going to be hard to get. And the more harder it is to get, the more valuable. The reason it's hard is because everyone would have it if it wasn't hard. So when you do hard things, people start to see you as a valuable specimen of man because, wait, he's done something that I don't want to do or something I want to achieve. And this comes from first, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Once you stop feeling sorry for yourself, as I say, you start to move in a way of self-accountability inside of your own mind. And when you move in this way, life becomes very, very moldable, fatigability. You can look around, you can understand all of the opportunities that are lying latent and dormant at your disposal. You need to never skip a day. You need to never skip a day's training. You need to train every day. You need to train daily. If you can do these things per day, train and wake up and make more money than ever before, work harder than ever before, shake hands, smile, and radiate positivity in your environment, I guarantee you can win. And all of the winners are inside of my free school community. Which has now opened. You can click the link in the description. If you do not join, you will lose. I can guarantee that. I will make sure that every piece of my mind, thing that I have learned to make myself more powerful than the average human, I will put it in there, and I will ensure that everybody that does not join will face the regret of not joining. So you have two binary options. You either stay a loser, stay in the matrix, stay controlled, stay distracted, or you join me in my free school community. The free school community is now linked in the description, or on Instagram, it's the link in my bio, the Elite Status Man. I teach you the framework of how you create your future version self, the version of you that never skips training, never wastes time, never scroll TikTok. He lives the exact life that you want to live. I want you to imagine living the life that you want to live. The cars you would drive, the women you will have, all of it. I'm attempting to extract you and teach you exactly how to create him, how to outcompete him daily, how to become him. I've done it. I've done it over and over. And every time I become that dream version of myself, I create another version. So it's endless. So you need to join now. Act or fail. The choice is up to you.